Hello. Welcome to the first tragic anniversary of Muslim and refugee ban. Yes, this is a Muslim ban. Yes, this is a refugee ban.
Where's the North Koreans?
Trump's Muslim ban is wrong, and Trump's refugee ban is un-American and inhuman. My name is Sam Suberi. I'm a refugee. I'm an American, and I'm not a terrorist, Mr. Trump. When I came to this country, I was vetted by six U.S. intelligence agencies. Now I heard 12. Trump's bully doesn't end there. Refugees and Muslims have to be tested all along at minds and hearts of American cities and neighborhoods in terms of integration, economic success, and self-sufficiency sooner than later. Muslims and refugees are the most hated people on Earth, planet Earth today.
I wonder why.
I always wonder what it will take and how long until people who support the ban understand that refugees are victims of terrorism too. We are forced to accept this ban as a new normal, but we are fighting back. My request to Trump is end the ban before the Supreme Court says it's illegal and unconstitutional. Keep your own promise refugee resettlement number, which is 45,000 this fiscal year. At the current rate of admissions, this number will not be achieved. So keep your promise, Mr. Trump. I want to thank all these 26 organizations who came to support this rally and who stand up against Trump. So thank you so much for all this community who are coming together. And welcome everyone to the protest. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Stand out here and have a voice. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Thank you, Trump.
Supreme Court.
No hate, no fear.
Oh, come on.
Refugees are welcome here, no hate, no fear. 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 Refugees are welcome here.
No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate.
That's why she's here, though. She wants to head some hate and fear in her country. Let's address that. And then it ends here. No fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate here. No fear.
Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear.
Hateful.
Refugees are welcome here. No hate,
That's hateful.
no fear.
No tolerance. Where's your
Refugees are
tolerance?
welcome here. No hate, no
Where's your
fear.
tolerance at?
Refugees are welcome
Okay,
here.
so we're going to continue as we came today. Let's remember that we are here against hate, we're here for love, and we know that all our gods, including my God, the Christian God, is a God of love for those that don't believe that, and loves everyone, and welcome everyone today. So we're going to start here, and we're going to have the representative of Ron Wyden and Grace representing Ron Wyden. Let's give it up for Grace. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here on behalf of U.S. Senator Ron Wyden. He could not be here today because he is in Washington, D.C., continuing to fight for the rights of many, many people. It's my honor to read a letter.
Oh, what happened? Speaker blew. Time to use your voice. Let's not hate God,
Testing.
people.
Thank you.
Let's love
God.
Let's love
in trust.
refugees.
God.
Dear
Love
friends,
immigrants.
while I could not be with you today, I did want to add my voice to
Love each other.
Love Jesus Christ. Love God the Father. That's who you need to love. Instead of loving the refugees, the people.
I wanted to add my voice to the many who are protesting on the one-year anniversary of the original travel ban. It's hard to believe it's already been a year since I joined the candlelight vigil outside the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C.
That's God right there. That's God. That's God. Jesus Christ is doing that.
Jesus is not a PA system.
Jesus is controlling that, people. That's God's power. God's power.
We want to be consistent in our argument.
God's power will shut this thing down.
They won't let her speak.
They won't let her speak. They won't let her.
They'll stop her over there.
They'll blow. The speakers will blow up.
It's just a microphone. We're going to fix it in one moment.
A bad connection.
Testing. Thank you. This is what grassroots organizing is about, right, folks? Yeah. This is what it's about, coming together. We make it work together, okay? While I cannot be with you today, I did want to add my voice to the many who are protesting on the one-year anniversary of the original travel ban. It's hard to believe it's already been a year since I joined the candlelight vigil outside the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. in solidarity with the thousands of individuals and families devastated by Donald Trump's unconstitutional anti-Muslim travel ban. My Senate colleagues and I introduced legislation to nullify that ban, and we have done the same for Trump's two subsequent versions of ban. Unfortunately, Republican leader Senator Mitch McConnell refuses to bring our bipartisan legislation to the floor for a vote. More disappointing still, the president continues to double down on his hateful anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant, and anti-refugee rhetoric and actions. America is a nation of immigrants. Since our founding, millions of people have left behind everything they know to seek a better tomorrow in our country, free from persecution. I know this only too well because my parents fled Nazi Germany in the 1930s. Let's be clear. Trump's travel ban jeopardizes our national security, runs counter to our values as Americans and as people, and hurts our economic competitiveness. I join you today in condemning the attacks on immigrants and refugees, and most recently, on entire countries. I also join you in continuing to fight against the travel bans and the other destructive aspects of the agenda designed to fulfill a nationalist fantasy and create a divisive America that we reject. We reject a divisive America. Thank you all for your work on these vital issues, and keep it up. Sincerely, Ron Wyden, United States Senator. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Need to thank God for allowing this country to prosper the way it has. Thank God. Give glory to God.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Senator Wyden. And like the gentleman, Senator Markley's office.
What you doing here?
Hey, let's stop yelling at each other for a moment. Brother, I'm talking.
Hey, don't touch
Please.
me. Don't touch me.
Please, I'm talking.
I'm not stopping you.
He's not your brother. Keep talking.
Okay. A big hand for Senator Markley's office.
Thank you, Polo. My name is Jigjit Nagra, field representative for U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley, a fellow immigrant.
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff at? Say, are you people not important enough for Jeff to come down here and bring Joey?
The senator is fighting for our values in Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today.
Unfortunately, he didn't care enough about you.
I want to take a moment and share a letter from the senator.
A letter?
Thank you all for coming out today to mark this grim anniversary. A year ago today, President Trump announced an executive order stopping refugee admissions into the United States and shutting down visas in majority Muslim nations. Since then, fellow Americans and our courts have called this ban out for what it is: religious discrimination that is entirely contrary to our founding values and core constitutional principles.
Pissing off God.
Are widows and orphans threats to our national security? No. are Muslim Iraqi interpreters who put their lives at risk and have saved the lives of innumerable American service members threats to our national security? No. Are our neighbors and friends and colleagues who are Muslim or immigrants threats to our national security? No. As the United States Supreme Court considers a legal challenge to the latest version of President's bigoted travel ban, I want to highlight the inscription on the base of the Statue of Liberty. That transcription reads, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." For centuries, America has been a beacon for the oppressed and downtrodden around the world. No matter their faith or country of origin, the president may use rhetoric to inflame people's anger toward immigrants, religious minorities, and refugees, but he cannot change our core values or what our nation stands for.
Their actions speak
I will continue standing by you and all of our diverse communities, and I know that millions of other patriotic Americans will do so. Sincerely, Jeffrey A. Merkley, United States Senator.
Jeffrey and Grace, if you would wait for just a moment. We have on stage with us Madam Lul Abdul. Fighting each other have caused them their homes.
Gentrification of Portland.
Their work. They want to work so bad, and this is why they're here. This is the face of New America, Madam Lul Abdul.
They kicked her out of Northeast Portland.
Let me introduce to you Mohammed Al-Juri. He is Yemeni.
You're good.
Remember this, this is the face of the enemy nation. Mohammed, Portlander spoke.
I believe it.
Mohammed was elected into the Portland Community College Board of Directors. Thank you, Mohammed, for doing that. I would have changed my name to Miller.
Military type of wannabe stuff.
This is my best friend, SB Lang.
Some wannabe Black Panther.
From Zomi, from Myanmar. These are the toughest, tidiest, tenderest people on the planet. You cannot kill them. They are like cockroaches.
I'm going to shove it up your ass.
We love cockroaches.
Yeah, I believe you're cockroaches.
And these folks have taken care of their community and raised the level of livability in their neighborhoods for all East Portlanders by engaging city government, getting everybody sidewalks, crosswalks, streetlights, mobile playgrounds in the summer. So these two beautiful gentlemen are going to give a traditional Tibetan cat
That was gay.
to our sister Grace and our brother Jackie. So thank them for being here this morning, for celebrating how beautiful Portland looks.
Just don't turn it into a shithole.
No shithole.
They came from a shithole. That's why they're here.
Would you please welcome, if folks don't know this used to be Portland Airport. There's one among us who made it into Portland
security now.
International Airport. If you don't know, Big Uncle showed the zone.
Metal detectors.
This grandpa has brought billions of dollars.
Bomb
into
sniffing
Oregon.
dogs.
Police.
He's responsible for bringing from Oregon with love.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, yeah. Oh, from Oregon with love.
Because of the Muslims.
Which was a daily box
Get your crotch
sent
touched
to
when you go on
Japan
an
from
airplane
Baker
now.
City. He is now the chair of the New Portlander Policy Commission, the commission responsible for integrating all these beautiful faces into the robust life of this blessed city. Would you like to say something pretty? Big Uncle showed his own.
Not to say that pretty, but thank you for being here. Fantastic to see all of you here. I came as an immigrant when I was 10, 1954, 60-some years ago, so really appreciate all of you being here. I didn't have a welcome like this group when I came to this country from Japan, but thank you very much for being here. Welcome all the immigrant refugees to stand together tall and to speak our truth, power. Really amazing that you're all here to welcome future refugees. Thank you for being here. As the chair of the Immigrant Refugee Commission called New Portland Policy Commission, I'm proud to stand with all of you here to welcome the refugees in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. generations of us taking
Where are
care of each
refugees
other.
running from?
You will see great-grandpas, you'll see
won't
grandpas
answer
like
that.
me, you'll see parents, you'll see our
Wars of
children.
imperial aggression.
This is the Portland we are bringing.
Sounds loving.
So, this next part of the program are those community uncles, those fighting aunties, those civic activists, that's what we call our smart aleck college educated children, who are taking care of our public's business from next to free.
How do you feel about...
So if we could come, welcome to the stage. Everybody should know by now, if you don't. Casey Jalma, Executive Director of Unite Oregon, who spent his entire morning going door to door, asking people to elect him to the state senate. As well, Dr. Bahar Bhuti, whose angels sang to you this morning, Lucrecia Suarez, Dr. Bahar Bhuti from Iraq, President of Iraqi Society of Oregon, Lucrecia Suarez. We memorize his face. This is another enemy state, Venezuela. We have Samar Sara and Kayes from Syria. Jumi Dogo. Alberto Moreno. My favorite Mexican enemy. Am I missing anybody?
It's Latino.
Haji from Iraq Society. I think you just mentioned two Central American countries.
Okay, so if we could start, let's start with Mohammed.
No, not Mohammed.
Speaking for Yemen, for Yemeni Americans.
Let's hear it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mohammed Ali Ajuri. I was born in Yemen. I've been in the U.S. for most of my life, for over 30 years, and I'm really happy and honored to be here. Our dear community leader, Mr. Waji said, couldn't make it here today due to a death in the family, so I'm here. I want to thank everyone who made it out here this afternoon. You know, over the past year, I was asked, what has really impacted you since the election last year? And really, many things have changed in my life in the past year. With the travel ban, I have 90% of my family living in Yemen, so they probably will not have the chance to ever come here for health or education or to visit. With what's so-called chain migration, but I really like to call it reuniting families. I have siblings who have been waiting for over 10 years for the opportunity to come here legally and be here with us. They may not have that chance anymore.
This is our objective.
And with the limiting of the refugees seeking refuge here in the U.S., I have siblings who have been displaced by the war in Yemen, and they probably won't have the chance to seek a better life here with us. And finally, with the attempt to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, many families, millions of Americans have received benefits with the Affordable Care Act. And with this attempt to dismantle it, they will lose their benefits, including my mother, who would lose access to basic health care. So I want to thank everyone for being here today. And I'm standing with you and I support you as we support other communities who have been impacted negatively by these policies. Thank you.
Free thought for free people.